Oh my god, I am so traumatized right now. And if you guys don't know who I am, let me tell you. I am Jason McKenzie, and I'm a big fan of this Disney show called Bear in the Big Blue House. I liked Bear, Trilo, Tutter, Ojo, Pip, and Pop. But one day, there was something strange that happened. You see, there was a new episode of Bear in the Big Blue House that might be a trailer for season 5. I got excited and started to see what episode it is. The episode was called Ojo Wants Revenge. The thumbnail consisted of Bear, Tutter, Trilo, Pip, and Pop. And in the middle of the thumbnail, it showed Ojo. She looked a lot like Fleagle from the Banana Splits movie. She had a Terminator face and a Terminator arm. Her eyes were glowing red, and she had an angry look on her face. But Bear, Trilo, Tutter, Pip, and Pop looked scared on the other hand, which made me very confused. Normally, the puppets in Bear in the Big Blue House wouldn't change their facial expression. And I thought Ojo was a pretty friendly character in Bear in the Big Blue House. Then I decided to ignore it and started the episode. The intro started out normal, then the title came up, followed by a warning. It said, "This episode contains of mild language and gore, so please watch this at your own risk." I thought, what did any of that mean? Bear answered the door as usual and started sniffing us and said we smelled like banana bread. Just then, the camera leaned toward Ojo. She looked very angry. Just then, she said this. How come there isn't an episode centered around me? I should be the star of the show along with my friends. But no, I just get mistreated like garbage. Just then, Ojo sighed. Oh well, guess I'll get revenge on those bitches who just always forget about me. I jumped in surprised. Normally, Bear in the Big Blue House was a friendly show. Why did Ojo just swear? It then cut to a scene where it showed Bear making a cake for his friends. When Ojo came alongside with her glowing red eyes, just then she yelled out to Bear and said, "Hey!" Bear turned around and saw Ojo behind him and was like, "Oh, hey Ojo, what's the matter?" "Bear, I am so pissed off at you right now. How am I always forgotten if I don't have a goddamn episode centered around me and you bastards?" Bear was surprised. Normally, the characters in Bear in the Big Blue House wouldn't use language like that. Then Bear said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Ojo, watch your language!" Bear cried. Then Ojo said, "I don't give a fuck, Bear. Now you better start running." Just then, Ojo jumped right onto Bear. Bear tried to get her off. But then, he pushed Ojo off, ripping off her arm. Ojo's arm was now half robot. Bear was terrified. He told Tutter what had happened. Then Ojo came into Tutter's room. Hunter tried to bite Ojo to make her snap out of it, but then he ripped off her eye. She was very angry now, so angry she grew sharp teeth and claws. Meanwhile, Pip and Pop were playing in the otter pond. Just then, Bear and Tutter came running in. "Help, Pip! Pop! Ojo's gone mad!" said Tutter. Then Pip and Pop said, "Wait, what?" Ojo came out of nowhere. "You will pay for this," said Ojo in a distorted voice. Pip and Pop tried to run, but there was nowhere to hide. Then Ojo grabbed a blue key and stabbed it through Pip, then through Pop. Bear was surprised. "Now to finish you guys off," said Ojo. Bear and Tutter were worried. Just then, Ojo raised her arm and said, "This time's almost up." Just then, suddenly, Trilo came right out of nowhere. Just then, he said this, "Eat it alone, Ojo." Ojo was surprised. "What? Trilo, what are you doing here?" Then Trilo said, "Ojo, I heard what had happened, and I'm not gonna let you continue this." Just then Ojo growled. "You know what? Fine, bring it on, Trilo." Then the two started fighting, like a reference to the Banana Splits movie. Trilo was then pushed into the otter pond by Ojo. Just then, Trilo got back up on his feet, then pushed Ojo right into a bush. Then, without a smile on his face, Trilo couldn't find a place to run. And Ojo had a chance to kill him. Just as Ojo turned around, her face was completely half Terminator. Ojo screamed as Ojo grabbed a knife and cut Trilo in half. Then she grabbed Tutter, put him in a magic trick box, and cut him in half. Bear was traumatized. Ojo then creeped up to him and was about to kill him until the screen turned black, with Bear screaming like a man in a low-pitched voice. Then the credits rolled, but it had Ojo staring at us. And then Ojo said this, "Remember, kids, do not mess with me." I got so scared. Just then, Disney sent me a message. "We are sorry for that. We'll try to launch a new first episode of Bear in the Big Blue House Season 5. I was relieved that they weren't going to cancel that Ojo Rampage episode. So, that was the end of my story. Hope you had enjoyed it. Jason Mackenzie.